you thought you knew from the shed of dreams, the leak in review.
And welcome back to the program. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the shares, the likes, the love, the comments. Adam Baldwin returns to the program. The beloved Adam Baldwin is back. And I say beloved because every time he's on the program, the numbers go up. People are digging what he's saying. Adam is currently on the road with Blue Rodeo. A bunch of dates still to come through the next couple months, including the new year. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Blue Rodeo being such an iconic band in Canada, celebrating their 40th year. And if you haven't already seen them on the tour, you should probably go check it out while you can. We talk a little bit about social media. We get into a little bit of the politics. Not too much, though. Easy breezy politics. You're going to get through it, all right? And we talk about how when people are traveling a little bit more, they become a little bit more at ease. You'll know what I mean when you hear Adam speak to it in this episode of The Leak in Review.
Hi, my name is Kim Stockwood. I am a proud Newfoundlander and a Canadian singer-songwriter. In a landscape where many lack access to health benefits or employee assistance programs, the Unison Fund serves as a lifeline of hope for musicians and music industry professionals facing medical emergencies or mental health challenges. To learn more about Unison and their programs, please visit unisonfund.ca.
Jeff Leake in the flesh. Or
virtual flesh?
Yeah. Don't say that too many times. Your search algorithm is going to go all wacky now.
Oh my gosh. It's funny you say that because I was scrolling on one of the platforms and I didn't know which one I was on. I just happened to be doing the doom scroll.
Yeah.
And I kept on looking at these images that were coming up. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? What is happening here? Oh. And what it was I was on TikTok and I never go on TikTok. I post on TikTok. I've got like 100 videos up there. I never watch it. And for whatever reason, I didn't know where I was. I'm letting this thing scroll along. And it was so confusing and disturbing all at the same time as to what the algorithm I thought was feeding me. Like, why would I want this? But
right.
It happens. The algorithm thing is wild. It screws with you too.
I went on TikTok for all of about a minute and a half and I was overwhelmed by it. It was just felt like I was standing in a strobe light. It was so overwhelming and I never went back. But I do wonder if you're not on there, that program, that algorithm has nothing to base anything on, right? So it's just like taking a shot in the dark and then you wind up with the worst shit that the internet has to offer.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think what it's doing is it will probably send you what maybe the most popular is at the time. Yeah. And not in the Adam Baldwin wheelhouse and not in the Jeff Leake wheelhouse. So that's why it was so disturbing to me and I've been on TikTok, I think for, 7 months, maybe a year. I don't know what it is, but I don't never looked.
No, it's not for us. I don't think, bud.
I do like though that you use X still, which for a lot of people, they just jumped off of X because maybe it was Elon Musk or maybe the strobe light wasn't hitting them fast enough or hard enough.
Yeah.
But I do like reading through that a little bit more than all the other feeds.
Yeah. I think that was the first, I don't know. I suppose I'm used to it. Now it has turned into a septic field, for sure, but at least it's something I understand how to navigate. It's just there in black and white. But the TikTok and, I don't know what the other ones are. There's Snapchat and stuff. I think that's for another generation.
You're probably going to date yourself really fast. You're going to start bringing up Friendster.
Yeah.
How's your MySpace page looking?
My MySpace page was awesome. Maze sent me this. I remember him sending me this link where you could sort of like pick and choose these different backgrounds and things.
Who's they? Tom?
Matt Mays. Yeah, Tom. Yeah. But you could copy and paste like the HTML into a thing, and then it would turn your MySpace into something outrageous, like Back to the Future or whatever.
Right. And you would have a player. It's easy to embed code and
Yeah.
all of that. I can't remember who bought them. I mean, that's all that happens now is something takes off, Vine takes off, and Meta buys that. Meta switches their name because Facebook just isn't good enough anymore, and Instagram isn't good enough anymore. So we're just going to call the company Meta, and that's what it is. And X became X, but yet everyone calls it Twitter.
It is Twitter. And also, you know what is disturbing is that we're sitting here talking about those stupid goddamn companies. You know, what have we done? What have we done?
Well, Adam, did you see that Elon Musk, Tesla has agreed to pay him in bonuses over the next 10 years, $100 million a year. Sorry, $100 billion a year. It's $1 trillion over 10 years.
Man.
But, you know, I look at it and say, oh, wow, that's a hell of a lot of money. But this is all based on performance of their companies. That's how crazy good these companies are.
Yeah.
That they can pay out. He's getting $1 trillion over 10 years. The two people underneath him are going to be making billions over that same time period. And that they're saying that in 1 year, Elon Musk will make more money than all the salaries of school teachers in the USA combined.
Oh, no, man. That's insane. I read an article yesterday about a doctor here in Halifax who they did testing on these microscopic pieces of gold that they can put into a needle and inject them into cancer tumors, and then shine light on these pieces of gold that are in the tumor, and it'll kill the heat from the gold. The heat that the gold and the light produce kills the cancer cells. And that guy's probably making 100 grand or 150 grand a year. But good thing Elon Musk, who wants to like test drive a flying car next month or something, good thing he's making $100 trillion.
I mean, look, the guy does, between the two companies, I think employs 150,000 people worldwide.
Yeah.
So keeping a lot of food is on the table for a bunch of people. But yeah, the algorithm thing is wild. I've been using AI a lot, and the AI on Grok, I would say, is far superior than a bunch of other AI that I've used.
It?
Yeah.
I'm scared to look at all of it. That the fucking AI is coming for my job, and I don't want any part of it.
It's wild. You know, not to just keep on with this Elon Musk stuff, because but just before the election, somebody asked him, like, this is the US election where Trump got in. They said, how is AI going to play into this? And Elon was like, don't worry about it now. It's totally fine. Oh. He goes, but the next election, that's where you're going to see things. And to his point, I've been seeing things online where I'm like, why would Riley Green, the country star, say this about Beyonce? And then I watch it again and again. And I'm like, oh, it's AI. Like, you have to watch it like with such a discerned eye. And then you also have to understand who the person is and why they would say A, B, C to investigate it. But there's going to be so much wild stuff that is coming out that you and I aren't going to know if it's real or not. And it's wild. Like, I could probably write an Adam Baldwin album right now using your voice.
No, that exists 100%. This was 2 years ago. Somebody sent me a YouTube clip, and somebody had used AI to put Stan Rogers' voice over Lighthouse in Little Lorraine, my song. And it was, I mean, there was a couple little hiccups in it, but this was 2 years ago. It's frightening, and I can't understand why that type of thing, these deep fakes or whatever they are, how come we haven't agreed as a society to put a bullet in that? When we cloned the sheep, everyone was like, okay, stop cloning. We all agreed, no more cloning. And it stopped, I guess, I hope.
I think the sheep are running AI.
Yeah, they must be. I don't know, man. I can't. stand some of the stuff. And, I think older folks are a little more susceptible to it. People, not all of them, but a lot of, how many times do you scroll through Facebook and you see your crazy old uncle who has shared that same image of Willie Nelson crying? Have you seen that? It's like he got an 8-hour standing ovation and whatever else. And it's not.
Well, I think it's even more concerning is the scamming that is going to happen with people.
Oh, yeah.
I had somebody ask me in the family, in the house, did you just buy something from Amazon? Because I just got a receipt saying that I got to wait. Amazon sent you a receipt, texted you saying, click on this link.
Yeah.
That should be your first stop point, just first place to jump off.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do that. Right.
Yeah.
But coming soon, it's going to be my phone number and my name showing up on someone's phone saying, hey, click this link. You got to get me out of this Estonian prison.
Yeah, yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm 48 feet away in the other room.
God. Yeah, the skeptic, we're already, I think it was bad. It's been bad enough, this disinformation thing, crisis that we're going through, but it's about to get a lot worse. And then that leads to paranoia. And then, if you don't know what the things you're seeing are real, then I just don't know how, I don't know how to get through a day anymore.
I'm okay with things not being real as long as it's not being presented or being delivered by the government. And I don't care what side you're on. If you're a liberal, you're a Democrat, I don't care. But just don't pile on information with me that is not real from just talking down the other side. Mm-hmm. And why the two sides in both Canada and US just can't have some sort of middle ground blows my mind.
Well, the rest of us do. That's exactly the same thing. I just was across this country from one side of it to the other, and I darted up and down and up and down. And, if I've seen the evidence of it. First of all, that 5,000 people a night will pile into the same room to listen to Blue Rodeo, for example. They can all get along. They can all agree on that. We can all agree that it's really fun to watch the Blue Jays make a World Series run. We can all sit in a bar and talk about that. This political, complete lack of political discourse from the leaders of this country would make it appear that we are on the verge of some sort of civil war. But my experience has not been that at all.
That's the beauty of traveling. I think we have too many people worldwide who are in their 100-foot diameter area 24 hours a day, and they don't get out and they don't experience. Because I was thinking of this the other day with you, knowing that I was going to speak with you. You've been on the road for, the last 25 years, say, or maybe more.
Yeah, in there somewhere.
You've been on the road, and you can probably remember major events that happened worldwide and the city you were in at the time. Like, what a weird experience. And you get to see what that impact was in that community, and then come back to your own community and see, oh, wait, it's the same. It's the different. It's just a wild thing. I was thinking about Gord Downey when he passed. I was in Calgary and I woke up to a flurry of text messages. Can you believe? I can't believe. I can't believe. And like, what a way to wake up. First of all, you just get inundated with all these messages and stuff. And then I just went out for a walk down the street, and I just remember that all the shops, all the pubs, the cafes, they were all playing the Tragically Hip. And that's like, if I was at home that day, I wouldn't have had that experience of walking down the street and seeing it. Right. And I was just thinking, like, that's the kind of a real unique thing about your job, where something has happened in the world, good or bad. OJ defeated the trial. He got off not guilty, and you probably were on the road somewhere. You remember where you were?
Yeah, I can remember vividly sitting in a tour van outside of the Jam and Java in Chevy Chase, Virginia. listening to Barack Obama debate. John McCain in 2008. Is that right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, his first presidential run. And then a couple months later, not even a few weeks later, Barack Obama was the president of the United States, and I was in Vancouver when he was elected president. But, the travel that I do, we dart into these places a day at a time, and you get these small, you get a little picture of what a town is like or a community is like if you have time to take a walk around. And I have been through the United States and across Canada 1,000 times, but darting into Europe, I was in Eastern Europe in the spring, and like there's a place over here in North America, we piss and moan about things and our country's being taken away from us and all that kind of bullshit. And yeah, things are changing. But I was in Eastern Europe and I walked around places where, there was literal fascism within my lifetime. There's bullet holes where firing squads executed civilians. You can see that still, and it was in my lifetime. And people are talking like bike lanes are going to be
The end of humanity.
Oh my God Almighty! It makes me insane. So if I have anything from my travels, I've learned a lot and I've met a lot of really interesting people, and I like to speak with other people and understand where on earth they're coming from. But the perspective you gain from getting out of the town that you live in and getting away from that same strip mall that you go get your groceries in all the time, there's a whole world out there with some real problems in it. And the history of these places, it's all over, literally in the architecture. And man, when you see a building, a water tower in Vukovar that is blown to bits, and there's a big flag flying off the side of it, and you realize that, somebody's son 30 years ago ran up there to fly a Romanian flag every day or whatever it is. Man, it snaps things into perspective. We are squabbling over nonsense, and it's just because we're being fed this line of bullshit from politicians who are only have their own self-interests in mind.
Well, that's something about that I talking with US artists, that if they weren't artists, they wouldn't have a passport.
Right.
There's really no need to travel around. And I get it. Look, you're talking about a population of 400 million now. There's lots of cool things in the US. I like hanging out.
Beautiful country, man.
But they will openly admit, like, if it wasn't for being a band and being able to take my art to different countries, there's no way I'd be holding a passport today.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about the tour. You're out on the road the last few months with Blue Rodeo. More dates to come. In fact, you've got dates this weekend. Kingston, Ottawa playing the, oh God, what's the National Arts Theatre? Is that what it is in
National
Ottawa?
Arts Center, yeah. It's our country's crown jewel of taxpayer funded.
It's a nice place.
Theatrics. It's a beautiful, beautiful room. It's a wonderful spot to play a show.
When you go into a place like that, and I know you've got all your gear and stuff like that, but the National Arts Center has a grand piano that is just pushed up against a wall somewhere in the back. Are you allowed to pull that out and say, I'm just going to play this one since it's here?
Theoretically, yes. And well, actually, I haven't. I don't know that I've asked about the one at the NAC because
there's time.
There's still time. Blue Rodeo's they've got a lot of stuff up there, and to wheel a 12-foot or however big those things are, a grand piano out onto that stage.
That makes sense.
It's overstepping my boundaries a little bit. They've been very good to me, but I think they would probably draw the line there. That said, there's like that place. There's like an upright piano in like 7 or 8 of the dressing rooms back there. So I can annoy everyone that way.
How many people are on stage with Blue Rodeo? Is there like 8 now, or?
7 of them, I think. Greg, Jim Boskill, Mike Bogowski, Colin Cripps, Glenn Milcham, and Basil Donovan. 7 of them.
How many of the shows have you seen? Because I know you're staying right until the end, but
Yeah.
are you checking out the show, or do you go back to the hotel for like an hour and change, and then come back and close it out with Blue Rodeo?
No, I've been in the building for most of them, with the exception of Cape Breton Island. We played at a small theater called the Savoy, which is one of my favorite places to play. It's in Glace Bay, just about 25 minutes outside of Sydney. And the only time I left the show was in Glace Bay. I went to the tavern next door. They were having a trivia night.
How did you do?
I wasn't allowed to play because I got there late. But when you watch Jeopardy, you bark the answers out at the television, even when you're all by yourself. I kind of did that under my breath with a Guinness.
Right.
I just would say the answers into a Guinness. I did pretty good.
And you should, though. You should do
Thank
well
you.
because you're traveled and you're versed and you're read.
Yeah.
You've become readed.
Read it, yeah.
You do have solo dates, though, coming up. There's 3 dates in Halifax. There's 4 dates overall in Nova Scotia coming up in early December. I believe it's like the 7, 8, 9, 10 in there.
Yeah, the 10th in Windsor is just 45 minutes outside of the city. That's sold. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Halifax. And I think that Friday, Saturday are both, there's not a ticket to be had. So it's just Thursday. And I get to go to St. John's next year, February 20th, 21st.
There's still more Blue Rodeo dates outside of.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ! This thing, they keep adding them too, which is phenomenal. This is the greatest. Listen, I say it on stage every night. The Blue Rodeo, and I indicated it earlier. These guys, for 40 years, they've been crisscrossing this country, and to sort of put a bow on all this, we've had political reigns of Brian Mulrooney and Kim Campbell and Jean Chrétien and Paul Martin, and then Stephen Harper and Justin Trudeau, Mark Carney, and they will come and go. They will continue to come and go.
That was great that you listed that. That was great that you listed that. But yes, sorry, I'm interrupting.
But we will continue to go see this band in concert long after these politicians have faded from whatever spotlight they have at the moment. And that's a testament to all of us as people of this country. We are Canadians, and we all agree that those gentlemen who have written those songs and performed them for 40 years, they are holding a mirror up to all of us, and they're not telling us who we are, they are showing us who we are as people here. And to be a part of that over the last month and a half, has really been a privilege, and it's one I don't take lightly. I feel incredibly fortunate to be able to step into such a thing. They're more than a band here. They are a landmark that wanders the country, and these shows keep coming up, and I'll keep saying yes until they stop asking. I really, really love this band, and I kind of pinch myself every evening at some point that I get to be back there.
I think that this band too, for as much as they tour, because they do a lot of shows, there's all kinds of festivals that they'll play during the summer. They likely do not need a lot of rehearsal time anymore. Like, I'm sure that no matter who you are, even if you're playing with Blue Rodeo for the first time in your life, you better know by now Lost Together.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. They've, I'm there for their sound checks. I watch their sound check every day because that's how fascinated by them I am. They'll rehearse, of late, I've heard them pull out some stuff that's not in their set list. And I think that's when they rehearse. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they get together before a tour. But to your point, I think those songs have got to be tattooed on their psyche the same way they're tattooed on the rest of us. We just know them.
What is your day? What is your day like with this tour? Like, you wake up in a new city every other day. Is it grab a coffee, or is it go grab your cigarettes and go outside? Like, what leads the other?
Well, the coffee for me, the coffee and a cigarette go sort of hand in hand. So usually I'll wander down to the lobby and get a shitty cup of coffee to last me a cigarette until I can find a good cup of coffee and maybe a little breakfast sandwich or something. But I don't have anything to do basically until 4 o'clock when I pick up a guitar. No, I don't even do that. Blue Rodeo's hauling our gear. We just bring our bags into the venue and sit there and wait until sound check, and then that lasts all of 30 minutes, and then we sit and wait for the show. Now, of course, as you well know, Canada is a vast nation. The Trans-Canada goes on and on and on and on. So there are some days that are filled with, you know, rest stops, husky stations and A&Ws, and then 7 hours or 8 hours straight of highway. But
Are you just on your phone for most of that if you're not
I
driving?
drive. No, I do all the driving.
Why?
I think I can account for about 5 hours of the last month and a half that I was not behind the wheel. I prefer to drive. There's a zen, and I like doing the driving.
I think that has got to be welcomed by a lot of people, because not everybody likes to do the drive, and not everybody should do the drive. You know,
Correct.
The Glorious Sons had a tour manager that joined them, new to the tour, new to touring, all that stuff. And I think they were leaving Chicago. And the guy says, I'm going to drive the motorhome out of here. This is going to be great. And they're like, are you sure? You know, we can get it out of the city. We'll get it out on the freeway and you can start there. No, I got this. I'm here for you guys. Takes one turn, rips the air conditioner off the top of the thing because he went under an overpass that was too low and hit the bridge. It was gone.
Yeah, I was 21 years old when I joined Matt May's band. I think I was 21. And we went on tour through the U.S. And somewhere in rural Pennsylvania, the drummer, he was like, all right, it's time you learn how to drive a van and trailer. And we were in the middle of nowhere. I was like, yeah, no problem. But we were en route to New York City. The Lower East Side of Manhattan at the time was the coolest place on the planet Earth. We were playing at the
Pianos?
the Mercury, just around the corner from Pianos. And we pulled in. We're almost to the Mercury, and the boys all jumped out of the van and left me there to figure out where to park this goddamn 15-passenger van and trailer somewhere near the Mercury to load the trailer in there. And I'd never backed one up, and something takes over. You're like, well, I have
You figure
to
it
do
out.
Yeah, and I did. I nailed it. And that's how I learned how to back up a van and trailer. And I think I'm one of the best in the country at it. And there should be a Juno category for best trailer park.
You know what? And that's also something that we can easily mark.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's not just this is rated by how many followers you have on your Instagram.
It may be the only meritocracy in the entire business is who can back the trailer up the best.
Yeah, not one pylon hit every, or
Yeah.
maybe even not a pedestrian hit. Remember Jay Burns,
Yeah.
who was the manager of Hey Rosetta, Tim Baker, and such.
Yeah.
We're outside of the Mercury in New York, and I'm just standing on the sidewalk, and Jay gets out of the cab, and a bike hammers into the door. He doors some guy right in front of me, and I'm standing there. I'm just in shock. I'm like, what is going on? What's going to happen here? And the guy picked up his bike, yelled some things at Jay, and Jay just said, I'm sorry. And then the guy just kind of dragged his bike away because it was unrideable. The rim was like a taco.
Oh, yeah.
The traveling,
Yeah.
the mystery of it all. It's a wonderful world.
Nova Scotians, we're not. I think Jay's from Nova Scotia. He spent time out here anyway, and we are not used to that. To be thrown into that, even stepping out of a taxi cab in New York City is completely different than stepping out of a taxi cab on Argyle Street in Halifax.
There's a little activity that you got to be careful.
That's
Got to be
correct.
careful around. Listen, you've got, again, dates coming up. By the way, On Tour brought to you by the PECavendish Agency, connecting fans with bands worldwide. This weekend, you can catch Adam Baldwin in Kingston with Blue Rodeo. And then in Ottawa, Blue Rodeo is closing for Adam Baldwin. More dates coming in Nova Scotia around the 10th of December. There's 3 dates in Halifax, and then, it was Windsor, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, Windsor. That's right.
And then a whole slew of Blue Rodeo dates to kick off the new year, including in Toronto for a couple nights at Massey Hall.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I cannot wait to see you in the live. I can't catch you this weekend, unfortunately, but how about in the new year? We'll hang out and we'll grab a pint.
I will not hang out with you anywhere but in the Shed of Dreams. The next time I see you, it has to be in those hallowed walls that I've been hearing so much about.
We're in the shed right now.
Yeah, I love it, buddy.
Let's do that. And tell you what, the next show that we do together is when you're in town doing those Massey Hall gigs, and we'll hang out. Adam Baldwin Racket on all the socials. Go check him out. Go hang out with him, and request more April wine from Adam Baldwin everywhere you go.
Oh, yes, sir.
Right on, man. Thanks for doing this. We'll check in soon.
Yes, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Now forget everything that you thought you knew from the shed